like really awkward watching yourself eat. So he decided to not do that.
As it should be.
I'm actually gonna take a second to heal these two, because I feel like they might need it. I have no idea what's gonna be on the surface, I just assume it's gonna suck.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabras are trying to defend the wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Surface friendly, I miss air so much. Surface roll. Here I come, happy to see you again, aren't you? Irabeth, the half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Iomede's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused. Her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you are friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots Anivia.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabras. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
Where are
The
we?
Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders. But it's now been taken over by cultists.
What is the target of this
When
battle?
the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world.
Wardstones. Wardstones are a chain of powerful artifacts keeping the Whirlwound's expansion at bay. The first and greatest of the chain was erected in the city of Canabras by the hand of the Inheritor himself, a gold-winged angel sent by the goddess Iomede.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
I have important information about the location of Occultist Den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabras, and this is land.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the First Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
come on. Living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabres hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
Boom. Get him,
No,
Camilla.
she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canopus.
Tell me about the war. No, I know about the Wardstone. I don't really care. How did the Wardstone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabris, but this time, their lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost yet. Dascari has gone, but the Wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon. The Wardstone should have burned his filthy hide.
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Let's not waste more time. To
That's
battle.
the spirit. You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
You hear labored breathing, interspersed with disgruntled muttering. Horgus is holding a rapier hilt and white-knuckled grip. A bead of sweat trickles down from his
Lord
temple.
Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canopus can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Iomedae! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Here's the queen. Ah, she's queen of the Time Lords. Queen Galfrey is the absolute monarch of the Crusader state of Mindev and the leader of the Medivian Crusades. While today the name of the Crusader Queen is known throughout the Inner Sea region, it is easy to forget that Galfrey did not start the rule over Medev as a paladin of Iomedae, but rather Urodin. When the Whirlwind opened, it forever changed Medev. Gallifrey was still an untested young ruler who was forced to deal with the death of her god while simultaneously rallying her nation against the abyssal threat to the west. She rose to the challenge, however, and her leadership was instrumental over the next several years, not only protecting Medev from the demonic invasions, but in holding the border against the Whirlwind. When the Church of Iomedae organized the First Crusade, it joined forces with Mindev to push back the demon armies. During these battles, Galfrey time and time again distinguished herself with keen grasp of tactics and skill at leadership, but inspiration went both ways. In the Church of Iomedae, Galfrey found something to replace her lost faith. By the time the First Crusade had ended with the apparent defeat of the demon armies, Galfrey had converted and become a worshipper of Iomedae, and had completely retrained herself as one of the Inheritor's most devout paladins. Eager to retain such a valuable leader at the head of the Crusades, the Church of Iomedae twice purchased and presented the Queen with a rare and expensive Sun Orchard elixir, which extends mortal life beyond its usual span. Thanks to this boon, the Queen has lived and led the Crusaders for more than a century. Well, she sounds kind of badass. I'm like a fucking little vampire. Like, yeah, I can drink the blood. They're like, yeah, we fucking destroy worlds. What's this way? You're playing with auto and turn enabled. This allows the game to end the turn automatically when a character's in. Yeah, why not? We're actually gonna turn off turn-based while we're fighting in like big groups like this.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Sealed with magic. Hey, I know you. So you're one of those cultists? How's it going, pal? Want to join? You lot will be dead soon, but we'll be alive. I can't. Come on, leave these losers. The Crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. Here goes nothing. I'll help Baphomet. Cowardly traitor, I swear on the sword of Ayomide, you will answer for your betrayal.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Yeah, let's fuck them up, boys.
The light. Take you.
This will hurt.
The spirits demand your blood.
Into the fray.
God damn, they don't work over there. Yeah, asshole, that doesn't do anything to me. Nice try, though. Fucking easy game, easy life. Well, mostly. I don't think our, shaman is doing too well.
A calculated risk.
Dude, you have to like huff a lot of potions. What are you people
Go
doing?
ahead.
It's a battle, let's take Canterbury back. A lot of hidden objects lit in every location, from loot to all secret passages. Having a character with high perception will help your party a lot.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh,
Well, that is an interesting looking character, not gonna lie.
what an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Monaco. You again, you wench!
Stout and vain, the aged dwarf from Erebeth's troop, silent up till now, spits on the floor, his hardened, craggy face like a storm-weathered stone, his twists as if in pain.
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
Does he know me? Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we were.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
Dresden, founded as a city fortress during the hubris of the First Medieval Crusade, Dresden was overtaken by the demonic hordes of the Whirlwind. It now stands as a demonic monument to the foolishness and naivety of the early Crusaders.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
It's kind of a bitch.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Gotta turn-base this fight. There's a dangerous member of the demonic horde present.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Hell yeah, Sela. Wait, she teleport off? What the fuck are these?
You are today's sacrifice.
Abercandilu. Abercandilu? Immune to poison. Extra planner. Restricted attacks. That don't look like it do a whole lot other than just being bulky though.
Go for their hearts.
You dirt recruit. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Shoot the wizard.
The wrong monk.
Did he kill it? Awesome.
This should do it.
Wait, which one did that? Wait, which cultist did that? It was the Discari cultist, so it's the guy with the scythe in the back. Alright, well, shit. That was 3 damage. She poked that dude for 3 damage.
You won't survive me.
The light take you!
Yeah, the cultist is down. That'll help.
The spirits demand your blood!
She really needs a multi-attack.
Endure this!
Oh, religion DC 12.
Well, this didn't
Now
go
called symbol drawn in human blood.
well.
What does it mean?
The mongrel did it.
As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with a power coming from the stone. Suddenly, your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening, voices pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. Well, what are you planning to do now? I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerusian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice, especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof, pledge your loyalty to Baphomet, and when the world falls, its ruin shall be yours.
Baphomet, the demon lord of beasts, labyrinths, and minotaurs. Baphomet was the first and greatest minotaur, a beast created by Lamassu to serve as the leader for her latest creations. Seeking even greater favor from the Mother of Monsters, Baphomet sought to raid Hell and steal Asmodeus' ruby rod. Unfortunately for him, he was caught. As punishment, the Prince of Darkness inscribed his own symbol on the Minotaur Lord's brow with a nail and used with the nail of his index finger and imprisoned him in a maze so cunningly crafted that Asmodeus declared it unsolvable. In fact, this Lord of Hell overstepped. The cunning Baphomet not only solved the maze after a decade, but stole the labyrinth itself from Hell, taking it with him when he returned to the Abyss. Baphomet claimed this new realm for himself. He plots and schemes and redoubts his return from Hell. This time, not to steal from Asmodeus, but to slay him. Who are
You've
you?
already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories, even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums, don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
The powerful Lilitu Minago is one of the demons whose names the Mid have always spoken with a curse. She's the author of two of the most horrific atrocities in the history of the Crusades, the Fall of Dresden and the Red Morning Massacre of Canabras. Lilitu. Lilitus are subversive and hidden horrors, demons who work subtly in their constant quest to destroy and devastate. Lilitus enjoy few things more than leading mortals into all manner of sinful acts in the hope that when the mortal perishes, their soul will fuel the abyss. The exact nature of that sin that the Lilitu tempts a mortal into committing varies. For demons that are adept at reading mortal desires and discerning secrets, the quickly discerning which sins a specific target can be convinced to perform. Lotus possess a hideous ability. They can turn their victims into husks, immobiles, desiccated bodies that do not actually die, but preserve their life and consciousness. A Lotu can assume the form of their husks, stealing their face and appearing to be treating their poor victims like a living wardrobe. Great.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
Fuck yeah, Camilla.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
It doesn't really sound like it when you say it that way. You feel a righteous fury swell within you. How dare this demon besmirch the ground of this beautiful world with her hooves, a world created by gods and cultivated by mortals. And these cultists, how dare they betray all that is sacred in this world and join forces with the foulest of evil? Can they repent and redeem themselves, or have they followed the path of evil past the point of no return? The wardstone seems to have sensed your thoughts. The chamber grows slightly brighter. What are you doing to the stone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
You feel a sudden rush of wild rage. It comes with a feeling of monstrous, unbridled, destructive power. It is like the power you felt in the Shielded Maze when you were confronting Savamekla, but it now feels more fledged and more conscious. Hey, shut your filthy mouth, scum. Evil requires us to succumb to the rage. Good. We're just going to attack her because I don't really want to be an angel right